I would like to encourage you to consider running for office or helping someone run. Now, there's two ways that you can strategize in your brain to pursue a campaign. One is to try to win, and the other is to run knowing that you're not going to win, but that you use the platform to get a message out and to help define the debate. Some of you remember that I ran for president in 2012. I never intended to win. I intended to show ads on television that showed aborted babies, that told the truth about child killing, and that said that no Christian could in good conscience vote for Obama. As it turned out, in the Oklahoma primary, I only ran in a handful of states, but in the Oklahoma primary, I actually beat a sitting president, Barack Hussein Obama. I beat him in 14 counties. Go online, do the research, you'll see for yourself. I carried the entire panhandle of Oklahoma in a bunch of counties throughout the state. And I ran ads showing aborted babies. The reason I could do it is because federal law mandates that TV stations that have a federal license, okay, an FCC license, to operate, that they are required to run the ads of federal candidates. Now, if you run for a state position or a local position, those laws do not protect you. You do not have the right, if you're running for a state office, to go to a television station and compel them to run your ad. But if you are running for a federal office, then they are required to run the ad. So it would be wonderful if one of you, two of you, three of you would run for president in the Democratic primary against Hillary, just to show the ads. Just to show the ads. And to say that no Catholic can in good conscience, no Christian evangelical can in good conscience vote for Hillary Clinton. The strategy is simple: to create a crisis of conscience in Christian voters so that they stop putting money and allegiance to party ahead of the laws of God and innocent human life. That's it. And maybe some of them in the general election will have been convicted because of your run. Will be convicted, and they'll say, I can't vote for Hillary. Well, what if Jeb's running against Hillary? Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. But it would be wonderful if some of you watching this TV show would say, Randall, I'll run. I'll help you. I'll advise you if you want help. Take your phone call. You can email us, go to our website. But if you want to run for federal office especially, you could run just to show the truth, just to be a prophetic voice for the truth. You see, truth has within it the seeds of its own victory. Lies have within them the seeds of their own destruction. So when we sow the seeds of truth, we are getting the ball moving down the court, all right, as it were. Our job is to be faithful in our declaration of the truth. And one of the ways we can do that is by running for office. Now, some of you may choose to run and actually try and win. Now, if you've never run for an elected office before and you want to run and win, then I would recommend you run for a county office, county commissioner, a city office. If you've got a board, you might want to try a state assembly race. A lot of people who've never been elected to an office before run for a state representative seat and win. And then you get used to governing. Then you get used to being in office and what it means to have the responsibility to serve God and serve your constituents faithfully. And then maybe 4 or 6 or 8 years from now, you could run a federal campaign to win. And there are newcomers to the process. We saw some of them in this election cycle who ran for the U.S. House, never run before, and prevailed. Or people who had never held office before, even for U.S. Senate, ran and prevailed. So it's not impossible. It just takes a lot of money. All right, a lot of money. And if you have an aversion to raising money, then you don't want to hold elected office, because you have to be able to raise money, and you have to do it. And it's tough. So anyway, as we now start to gear up for the 2016 presidential election, as we see the Republican establishment poise itself to betray us yet again, I want to encourage you, consider running for office. Do you want to get America out of the hands of wicked and unjust men and women who are destroying the republic before our eyes, and put leadership back into the hands of righteous men and women so that we don't die as a nation? Well, you're talking about social revolution, and there are rules in social revolution. We can look at the victorious social revolutions of the past, such as the end of slavery, the end of child labor, women's voting rights, the end of segregation, and so much more, and learn from their victories. Look at their actions, their images, their rhetoric, their sacrifices, and their final fruit. We will send you this series that originally cost $129, 7 books for students, 1 teacher's guide, if you'll give a gift of any size and just pay for shipping and handling. Take advantage of it today.